Hello fellow teachers, I'm Natalie. This video is about adapting board games in the ESL classroom. Today I'm going to tell you about my personal experience of adapting detective games to the grammar lessons. A detective story is a great way to involve your students into the lesson. It is a very popular genre and students would love to focus on solving a problem using their language. The original game like this involved cards, but not only them, also dice, pieces, board, and quite a long set of rules. So, why not use only the cards and the speech? The part of the game I took is the story, and the story goes like this. There was a rich man in a big house. In his house there were a patio, a spa, a theater, an observatory, a hall, a guest house, a kitchen, a living room, and a dining room. So the number of rooms and the names of the rooms can vary from a game to game as you wish. In some options of this game I encountered different sets. But the story goes on. He had a party and he had some guests at his party. Mr. Plum, Mr. Green, Mrs. Scarlet, Mr. Peacock, Mr. Mustard, and Miss White. 6 characters. The name actually don't matter, so here in this pocket Cluedo game they used colors, but it can be as you wish, after all. And the story still goes on. At the middle of the party, the rich man appeared to be dead. So, with only the guests and the host inside of the house, all the guests are potential killers. And what I cannot still explain through the story is that we don't know the weapon. The possible weapons can be poison, knife, candlestick, rope, dumbbell, and pistol. You can have any set that you would like, but be careful to pre-teach some of this material that your students don't know, if it is possible. In my experience, I pre-taught poison sometimes, dumbbell and candlestick, but candlestick was not very difficult still. So, that was the pre-game, and now goes the game. We take separately the guests, and one random card is the killer. We take separately the weapons, and one weapon is the weapon of the killing. We take all the rooms, and one of the rooms, no matter how illogical it is the room where the killing was. We take these 3 secret cards aside, and that will be the answer. Answer goes to the middle of the table, closed of course. All the other cards are randomly shuffled together and distributed to the players. While you are telling the story, I really advise you to make your students put down the names of people, weapons and rooms in a a list in their copybooks because it can take time if done afterwards. That was the game part, and now starts the grammar part. When all the cards have been distributed in equal numbers to all the players, in case of 4 players, there will be 4 cards to each player. In case of 3, 6 cards. But we have, in a 4-player game, we have got 2 spare cards that we leave open. Everybody can see them. So poison is not the weapon, and kitchen is not the room of the killing. It is the perfect moment to introduce on your blackboard your target grammar structure. Let it be, let's say, present perfect. Why not? And now students take turns and ask the other students if they have got certain cards. They will be like real detectives trying to guess what is there in the answer. And they should form their answer in a perfectly grammatical structure, asking about the killer, the weapon, and the room. In our case of present perfect, it would sound something like this. Mr. Purple has killed the host with a knife in the dining room. So, if the person he's asking answers, yes, I have got this card, he secretly shows it to the person who asked. If he doesn't have, he has to say that he doesn't have this card. So that means we eliminate those people, weapons, or rooms that are not in the answer. That means that each student participating in the game needs to repeat the same structure with a different vocabulary. That is our point, to drill this structure. And as I saw the people playing these games and my students playing this game, each game consists of minimum 8 rounds. That takes 15-20 minutes. I found this game perfect for introducing some new linking words. For example, I think, well, as the most popular, I believe, to my mind, in my opinion, supposedly, I suppose, and the others that you would like to introduce to your students. It is applicable to many different grammar structures that you can use. Passive voice, past tenses, perfect tenses, maybe future tenses. I remember my colleague who used future perfect to this game. I think that's awesome. So, to sum it up, that's the 15-20 minute game which you would like to play multiple times to different sets of grammar, including all of the students you have got in small groups, and it drills grammar and is perfect for grammar lessons, revision, or drilling of new grammar. Enjoy!